And hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of Words I Choose to Live By. I'm Cyrus Webb, joined by my co-hosts Mary Ellen Saganovich, Melissa Banks, and Darius Ewing. Today we're discussing week number 24 from my book, Words I Choose to Live By. You guys see it right in front of us. We're about to go live on Amazon Live, and if you guys are not following us on Amazon Live, definitely invite you guys to do it. You can get not only my book, but also the books of all of our co-hosts as well. How's everybody doing?
Great. Wonderful morning.
Doing wonderful.
Well, look, it's glad to have everybody with us today. I'm going to go ahead and just make sure we have everything all set up on Facebook, and we're going to go ahead and go live on Amazon. And interesting for us, I think for our audience, I know for myself, because I think we all need that encouragement about our dreams and realizing it's never too late to be able to do whatever it is that we want to do. Going to make sure that this is shareable for our audience on Facebook. Again, if you guys are not following us on Amazon, invite you guys to do that. You will be able to find the link for all of our books there. And we'll be letting you guys know also how to stay connected with us outside of Amazon as well. Watching Words I Choose to Live By. I'm Cyrus. I'm Mary Ellen Saganovich, Melissa Banks, and Darius Ewing. We're broadcasting live on Amazon Live today, and we're glad you're with us. We also join audience on YouTube, on Twitter, Facebook, as well as we want to welcome those who are tuning in on LinkedIn as well. Thank you all so much for being with us. Today we're just seeing week number 24 from this book, Words I Choose to Live By. I have it highlighted now on the carousel here on Amazon. And the week starts off with the theme, No Expiration Date. Your goals and dreams have no expiration date. As long as there is breath in your body, they can still be achieved. I think, I turned 46 this year. And though I look amazing for my age, I've never thought about age being a reason why I couldn't do something. But I'm always so surprised about how many people think they have to get something done before they're 20 or 30 or 40, or it's going to be too late. And when I wrote this particular message, I really wrote it to my friends, because so many of them who have families, who I have a great deal of respect for, who are balancing that with working a job and then trying to pursue their dreams. A lot of times they get frustrated about, things aren't moving fast enough. But for me, it's always been encouraging to know, as long as I'm able to get up every day, I have the opportunity to do something amazing. And I want to ask you, starting with you, Melissa, how important has it been for you to realize that, or when did you realize that there was no expiration date when it came to your goals?
Well, when it comes to my dreams, I was excited to realize that, because when I first, as some of you know my story, I was definitely way over my 20s before I even had the dream of owning my own business. But when you get started and you want things to happen really fast, and you set these goals, and I'm a big goal setter, and the older I get and the more I am in business and in this dream, the bigger my goals become, because I found that they make me work harder when I have big goals. But at the beginning, if I set a goal and it didn't happen, I thought that was failure. So if I set a goal for 20 and I got 10, I got 15, I got 9, I didn't celebrate those because I thought I missed that and I failed. But as I matured and as I grew in the business and in my career, and as I began to dream bigger and lean into my faith as I go through it, goals are great. I believe in goals and I think you should set them. But I also know that, you know what, if that goal didn't happen by the time I set, I can just extend the date. That's the only limitation on your dream is do you want it bad enough to keep going? So your expiration date is what you put in your head. If you say, if it doesn't happen by Friday, then it's over, then it's over. But if you decide that I'm not stopping until I get there, you just keep moving the date. You get to decide. And another thing I figured out is, you know what? I can have more than one dream. That was eye-opener and light bulb moment for me. I don't have to just stick to one dream. I can keep dreaming. It's all in my thoughts. That's my only limitation.
I love that. Mariana, what about for you? I mean, it's so easy for people to tell us what you can't do. And there are different factors people mention. We're talking about age here, but people will talk about, especially we see it even today, unfortunately, that people say, well, women can't do this or they can't do that. How important has it been for you, Marilyn, not to be defined by what other people think you can do?
Well, I've never let my age define me. As being the oldest one in this group, I'll be 70 in February of next year.
Mhm.
And I don't feel like it. I mean, I've always gone around saying, I think I'm 12 or 14 or 18 or something like that. Wouldn't that be great? And, you cannot allow your age to stop you.
Yeah.
For, it's so powerful and so true that as you go through life, and, I taught middle school in like 5 different states for a long time. And I always thought, well, maybe that's my goal for my life, to reach at least one student a year to help their lives be better, then go forward. And I always taught my middle schoolers, make the world a better place than when you came. And so then, well, after I married Pete and 24 years ago, I thought, well, I always wanted to write a book. And then, so I started writing my books, and that kind of took off. So those goals came into my life, and those dreams came into my life. And the dream of writing a book had always been in my life. I guess, teaching school and doing the other things, being a single parent, I didn't have the time to do it. So no matter what age you are, you can always aspire to do better. And from in Healing Words, Life Lessons to Inspire, I write about aspire. Aspire to become your truth, the truth you have always known was inside of you. Aspire to drop your human mask. Aspire to reach toward the heavens, to become the potential, the successful person God made you to become. Amen. And that is just so powerful, to aspire to every day. I have a list of things I want to accomplish that day. And I might not get to everything in one day. So it goes on the next day's list. And it's just to keep me focused, it's to keep me remembering, and to do something every day to push yourself to achieve whatever you want to achieve. And you are never too old. You are never, like, I have multiple sclerosis, and yeah, there are bad days. And I still push myself through those days. So don't give me any excuses, because I've been there, done that.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of, having reasons to have excuses, Darius knows that for firsthand as well. He's had his own challenges with health and different things. So, Darius, how important has it been for you? How empowering has it been for you to realize that there is no expiration date for what you can do?
Man, you have to first understand and know that you are not on your own time. You're on God's timeline. So whatever he allows to happen in that timeline, that's what he allows to happen. So many times we give ourselves a timeline, and we often cut ourselves short with what we say. Or, like Melissa said, well, if it don't get done by Friday, that's it. But no, that's not it, because you can keep the same goal, just change how you are gonna work toward getting it. I think I made a post today. It said, "Dreams don't work unless you do."
That's
Um,
true.
Anything that comes to you or that God gives you, you have to work for it. It's not gonna just fall in your lap, and it's not. My biology teacher used to say, "Mr. Ewan, it's not gonna happen by osmosis. You can't just lay your head on the book and think you just go get it. But you have to work and study and work." So for all of us, it's a work in progress. We all have to work and continue to work to perfect our craft as we do this talk show with Cyrus. And so I see that as in daily life. You have to get better if you're going to continue to live. So
Yeah.
dreams don't have an expiration date. They do not. You have to keep working, keep obtaining. And yes, Melissa, you can have 2 or 3, sometimes several, and it just blows your mind when it all comes to fruition. It's like, wow, what kind of God is this? What kind of God, what a mighty God that we serve, who can give us the dreams and visions and give us the ability to obtain within his time frame.
Darius, you touched on something, so I want to go to the queen of dreams, Melissa Banks, again. About this, Susan Speed literally has the title "Dream" in her book. That's that's there on Amazon. And I want to say, for those who are just tuning in, you're watching Words I Choose to Live By. What we're discussing now is week number 24. We've been doing this show now for 24 weeks. If my math is correct, I didn't go to college, but I think that's 6 months. So we've been doing this show for a while. And we're discussing week number 24, no expiration date. And you'll notice as we're talking, if you're joining us on the Amazon Live side, I've been scrolling through, and as this different speakers are talking, hey, Earl, yes, you do Amazon Live, yes, for quite some time. Glad you're able to find us. Glad you're able to type too, live. But as the different hosts have been coming on, you notice I've been featuring their different books. I have Melissa's book featured there, Dream by Design, the devotional. Mary Ellen, Melissa, and Darius all touched on something, but Melissa, you said something that was really interesting because we do hear people say that you're supposed to focus on one thing. I can remember being told that you have to focus on one thing. You can't be all over the place. You can't be doing this or that. And that what I learned was their own self-limiting belief as to what they could do. But how important has that been for you, I keep wanting to say Mary Ellen, but Melissa, to know that you don't have to confine yourself to just one part of your vision?
It's huge, because if you find one thing and that's all you think that you can do or that you have to focus on, if that doesn't happen when you think it should, then you would stop, you would quit, you wouldn't keep going. So it's huge to recognize. I've been told that even recently, that, you know what, I just think you should just find that one thing, get really good at that one thing. But look at all that you're missing. You're missing all that God has in store for you because you're not open up to receive what he has laid out for you. Over the past year and a half, almost 2 years now, things that have been happening in the direction of my dreams. If I would have stopped way back 20 years ago when I started this business and I thought the dream was to simply make flower arrangements and sell them, what if I had just focused on that and stopped that day? None of the past 2 years and longer than that would have even happened because I would have just been focused on that one level. We weren't put here to stay in one place. We were put here to grow, to prosper, because that's what he promised. So no, I don't believe you focus on one thing. And I certainly know that if you open yourself up to receive the blessings, then you're going to expand and you're going to grow, because that's his desire for our lives. So that's what keeps me going, to know that I can do many things. I can focus on many things. Sometimes that's also what gets me overwhelmed too. So you have to learn to manage those things and to manage what you have to do. And going back to something Mary Ellen said about the list and focusing on getting as much done in a day as you can. And I recently interviewed somebody and she says the top 7, I've always been taught the top 6. I highlight 6 items on that list and I focus on those 6. And sometimes I can get 8 done and sometimes I can get 3. But I know that I put in a day's work and a day's focus to move forward, to move closer to my dreams.
Yeah. Mary Ellen, I'm going to bring you back in here for one, since it seems like I want to say your name anyway. So I'm going to go ahead, and bring you back. I want to talk about the list too, because I talk about it in another way. Because what used to happen for me, I don't do this anymore. I want to be clear. I don't do this anymore. I used to be so hard on myself for not achieving everything that was on my list that day, because I felt like, I wasted that time. But then I got to thinking about, wait a minute, no, other things come up. You have other things you have to handle. You do what you can do, but there will be other things that come up. You talk a lot about forgiveness, Mary Ellen. The reason I wanted to bring you back in this conversation about the list is, why is it important for us to be kind to ourselves in this process too? Because yes, other people can put pressure on us, but why is it important for us not to put that pressure on ourselves and just get it done?
Well, for myself, I can't put too much pressure on myself, because that's when I wake up my MS monster and he comes out of his cave and I'm like, okay, I understand. And for any of us, when you get off balance, when you put pressure on yourself, when you don't forgive yourself, when you don't love yourself enough, you're going to get off balance. And then you get, then your dream goes under the water and you give up, and you never want to give up. That's the worst thing you can do. You have to be able to take risks. You can't make the most of life if you don't take risks, because, I will have a list. Okay. And I try to put it actually in the order that is supposed to happen. Like I'll post truth of the day, do miracle. Like this morning, I had to do miracles of Mary Ellen, and I went on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook and all these places. Fine. So I try to get through everything, and my dream has grown exponentially because first I started writing the truths of the day. Okay, then I had the books, and now I have Miracles with Mary Ellen. I have Mary Ellen's Miracle Moment. I'm so blessed to be on this Words I Choose to Live By show with all of these fantastic co-hosts, Melissa and Darius. Thank you so much for allowing me to be here. And you have to allow yourself to shine. No matter what age you are, get up and shine. Be thankful for the day. Get up and move your body and shine and speak with confidence and know that you can do anything. And even after you have crossed over, as I say it, how is our world going to remember you? What's your legacy? What are your friends and family going to say about you afterward? And that's an important fact to leave our world a little bit better.
Yeah. Darius, I'm going to bring you in. One of the things I respect so much about Darius, I bring it up a lot, is Darius is not only navigating his own world, but also setting an example for his daughters as well. How does they motivate you, Darius, is the question I want to ask you, to remind yourself that there's not an expiration date, knowing that they are watching?
Man, what motivates me with them? Kids nowadays have just a wild, vivid imagination. When we were growing up, most of us, well, all of us on here are over the age of 40. So when we were growing up, the thing then was, we wanted to be either, a teacher, a doctor, a nurse, something, a firefighter, something that we saw every day.
Yeah.
My kids want to push it. They push the envelope. Dad, I just want to be the best at whatever I want to be. So it just leaves you to think, it's like, wow, well, what do you really want to be? What do you want to do? And so for me, when they say that, that pushes me to be the best me that I could be. That pushes me to let them know that, hey, keep dreaming, keep doing the work. Right now they're playing soccer. They played their last soccer game this coming up Saturday. They played their last soccer game. So they've been practicing. And so, Dad, how do we get back? Keep practicing. Good practice means you're going to have a good game. And so for me, for those who don't know, I got my stitches out Friday. And so I was able to put on a shoe and go to church Sunday. And I was walking. And so the pastor was like, man, you got on the shoe? I was like, my kids had a soccer game Saturday. I had to make sure I was up and about so I can see that. And for them to see that and for them to keep pushing. And that's the deal with dreaming. You have to keep pushing. Just because you dreamt the dream doesn't mean that it's going to happen. You still have to do the work. You have to keep pushing. It's going to get tough, but it was your dream. It was nobody else's dream. And so for my kids, I tell them, I encourage them, keep dreaming, keep doing the work. If whatever you want to be the best at, keep doing it. Because the moment you stop working, the moment the dream stops.
Yeah, so true. Earl Hall says on the Amazon Live side, shine, 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 be the best me I can be. That's definitely it. Hello to you, Tamika. Glad you could join us on the Facebook side. So that brings us then to our thoughts then for our audience then, Mary Ellen. What do you want them to know about themselves? We talked about us, but what do you want them to know about themselves and why they have to approach life with no expiration date?
Well, I want everyone to know that no matter what age you are, put a smile on your face, accomplish something towards your success every day. And as long as you have a breath in your body, make a difference. There is no expiration date. You can do something every single day to make your world, to make your family's world, to make your friends' world, to make our society just a little bit better, and teach love, kindness, inspiration, encouragement, and everything good that we absolutely need today.
So true. Deborah Hunter says, great show, and you are absolutely right. You have to do the work. So true, for sure, Deborah. Darius, what about for you? What would you say to our audience about the importance of not allowing a date or an age to stop them?
Man, look, keep dreaming, keep doing the work. I have to tell myself and I have to remind myself that my wake up is a setup for greatness. I tell myself that every day. My wake up is a setup for greatness. God didn't just put you here just to be here, just to be plain Jane, just to be simple. He gives you dreams, he gives you visions, he gives you the tools to succeed. We have to do the work and have to tap into those tools and use it and remind yourself daily that you are useful, you are somebody, and that God loves you. Keep pushing.
Yeah, such a great. Melissa, what about for you? What would you say to our audience about the importance of realizing there's no expiration date, no cap to what they can achieve?
I would say do something that you love. Do something that makes you want to jump out of bed in the morning and get started on it. Believe in yourself. As long as you believe in yourself, the doors are wide open for you. The key is to keep going. I say all the time, do what you love, work hard, and don't stop. Don't look at someone else and see how they're doing it. Even if you're in the same industry, even if on the outside it looks like your dreams are the same. Your dream was given to you. Your vision was given to you. Nobody has to approve it. Nobody has to accept it. You don't have to keep explaining it to people. Believe in yourself. Do the work. And if you do the work, the doors will keep opening up and you will keep growing. But first, it all starts in your mind. You have to believe in yourself and believe that you have no limits. Believe that you have no expiration dates. Just believe in yourself and put the work in, and you will achieve your dreams. Move in that direction every single day. Move in the direction of your dreams.
Love that. Kimberly Strauss, thank you so much for watching us there on Facebook. Kimberly says, great here. Deborah Hunter adds, let's see, also you have to learn how to have lots of fun along the way. Remember to keep the heart and vision of a child. Totally agree with that, Deborah, for sure. Great for all of us. Melissa, we have you there with us up front. Let our viewers know how they can stay connected with you and get their copy of your book.
Great. Well, it's really easy to stay connected with us. You simply go to themelissabanks.com. There's a link straight to Amazon where you can purchase our book, Dream by Design, the devotional, and get those inspirations that you can just feed into your mind, because that's where everything starts, is in the mind. There's also links there to our radio show, Dream by Design with Melissa Banks, and you can hear some amazing stories from wonderful women as they share their struggles and successes, but they were able to push through it, and they will show you how you can too. The link is themelissabanks.com.
All right, thank you. Mary Ellen, what about for you? How can they stay connected with you and get your 2 books?
Well, you can connect with me at askmaryellen.com, where there are links over to Amazon to healing words like Lessons to Inspire or Truth, Taking Responsibility, and Alicia's True Healing, both on Amazon. Also on my website, my Miracles of Mary Ellen video is on there already. I have tons of blogs on there that I've written on a lot of topics. You can go there, I think 5 pages, and just connect with me and let me know how I might assist you.
All right, thank you for that, Mary Ellen. And Darius, can they stay connected with you and get your book?
They can stay connected with me on Instagram, on all social media outlets. Instagram, Mr. Ewing, Mr. Ewing 1914. Facebook is Darius Ewing, Darius L. Ewing. Twitter at D Ewing 1914, and my book is on Amazon.
Good job. Good job.
Damn.
Awesome. Again, everyone, thank you so much for being with us. Again, it's week number 24 from our book, Words I Choose to Live By. You all can get it there on Amazon. My book's available in paperback and hardcover, as well as a Kindle edition. Definitely invite you guys. I put everybody else big. Let me put myself big. There you go. You can see my book there, even though it is up here too. Again, Mary Ellen, Melissa, Darius, always a pleasure. Thank you all so much for another great week.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And
Thank
we
you.
thank you, our audience, for tuning in all over social media, as well as on Amazon Live, for another episode of Words I Choose to Live By. Until next time, you all make it a great one. We'll talk to you all real soon. Take care.